In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a Smart Response quiz inside of Smart Notebook. As you can see, on the left-hand menu I have the Smart Response icon. If this icon is missing from your Smart Notebook, you haven't installed the Smart Response features. Please reinstall Smart Notebook again. If I click on this tab, it will bring up the Smart Response menu. Normally I keep the auto hide feature on. However, when I'm using Smart Response, I find it better to deselect this option. When you're creating a Smart Response quiz, you need to insert a title page. This allows the response system to record the student's results into your gradebook. I need to give my quiz a name. I can select whether it's a quiz, an exam, an assessment, or a test. This doesn't really make any difference to the types of quizzes you create, it's just for your own records. If you wish, you can add a subject and a topic. And click Add. Once the title page has been entered, you can edit the grade by double-clicking here and adding the date. Now I need to insert questions into my quiz, and I do this in the Smart Response menu on the left by clicking the link that says Add a question to the next page. There are 6 types of questions that you can insert into your Smart Response quiz. The first 2, yes or no, or true or false, require the students to use the top 2 buttons on the Smart Response remotes. The second 2 options, multiple choice and multiple answer, allow the children to choose between a selection of answers using the letter buttons. In number, fraction and decimal, the children will use the buttons on the Smart Response remotes to input a numerical answer. The final type of question is a text question, which requires the children to input a text answer using the Smart Response remotes as you would a normal mobile phone. I find these questions particularly tricky to use as there are a lot of variables which the children find difficult. Let's start inserting some questions. I'm going to start with a yes or no question, so I ensure that it is highlighted and I click next. I can type the question here. There are some options to change the formatting of the text, but I prefer to keep it simple. If I want to include an algebraic equation in my question, I can click in this box here and import it using the equation editor. Now I click Next. The next screen allows me to select what is the correct answer to the question. In each of the question types, there is an option to select the question as an opinion. This will mean that the children will not receive a mark on their Smart Response remotes, and their grade will not be affected in the gradebook. If I want to continue inserting questions, I click on Next Steps and add a question to the next page. The true and false questions are made exactly the same as the yes or no. You just have to think about how you're wording the question. Let's insert a multiple choice question. And next. Here I can control how many options the children have to choose from by pressing the plus or selecting the answer and pressing the minus. If I double click in the boxes, I can type in the options. And next. The system asks me to select the correct answer or leave the boxes unchecked if this is an opinion question. Now I'm going to insert another question. The multiple answer option is the same as multiple choice, however the children have to select more than one answer. Let's insert a number fraction decimal question. With these questions, it automatically selects this as an opinion. So if I want to put in an answer, I deselect this option and type in the answer. And finish. Finally, I want to insert a text question. I'll write my question as normal, click Next, deselect this as an opinion, and I can write the answer. You can have up to 4 different correct answers. One thing you need to think about is if the children are going to be using upper or lower case. So in this case, I'm going to include the spelling of earth, both capitalised and uncapitalised. As I said earlier, I don't particularly like these questions because it takes a long time for the children to input the answers and doesn't take into account any spelling mistakes. Once I've finished adding all my questions, I need to click on End Test Quiz here. And there we have it. My Smart Response quiz is complete. I can now go back through the slides and add some pictures or videos from the gallery or the internet to make my quiz a bit more interesting. And my quiz is ready to go with my class. Please check out my other video, running a Smart Response session, in order to see how this quiz can be used in your class.